Welcome everybody, Friday, August 14th, 4:15 p.m. Let's take a look at Tesla stock, SpaceX, the VIX, the stock indices, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So let's start with Tesla first. So Tesla closed at 342.27. We are up $2. That's 0.68% up. Post-market, we were down a bit by 27 cents. So let's take a look at what we have in terms of our patterns that are at play right now. So downward pattern, downward channel is still in play. So Tesla as a whole is still going down. Even though we are having some moves up, overall, it's still going down a lot more than it is going up. So let's not forget that at first. Within that bearish channel, we have another smaller term, shorter term bearish channel, and look at how we are trying to break into it. So because Tesla went so down so far so fast, it's now trying to recover. Not too long ago we were just above 368 and we dropped like crazy down to 300. So now we are bouncing up. So far we cannot, because we don't have momentum. If we look at our indicators right here, because we don't have momentum, we cannot conclude that people are buying back Tesla stock for good. We can only conclude that we have the short sellers that are covering up and the, I will call them the antagonists. So these are people that play the opposite side. So when a stock gets overextended on one side, they take that side and they take a small profit on the way back. And how can we spot these people? Well, we can spot them by looking at this indicator right here. When you see orange lines right here, when the stock is away from the moving average, this is when we know they are going to come. So this indicator here is the distance between the stock price and the 21-day EMA. So when this is high, when this is a big distance, we can assume that people are going to come and play the opposite side. It went down fast, it's going to go up fast. So this is what has been in play basically since July 29th, 2 weeks ago. So this is what has been in play, and this has also fit perfectly with this bearish channel. See, each time we touch that channel, we move up. So everything fit perfectly. So it was not a surprise to us per se that things were going to go higher, because the market is telling us, is showing us the frontiers. This is a frontier. Price comes down from this. It happened in the past, and this has been in place since last Christmas. Last Christmas. So that's what, 8 months ago? 8 months ago. So this has been in play for 8 months. This is not something that comes out of some tea leaves that I drank today. No. 8 months. 8 months right here. And this one right here, we are going back to September 2025. So this is a year. This has been in play for 1 year. So this is not something that happened yesterday, So so we were not that surprised that this was going to happen, and indeed it happened. Now we have been moving far away from the support, far enough so that we are no longer oversold. There are no longer orange bars right here. So maybe momentum is going to come back in. It's possible. It's possible that we have the first wave of antagonists that come in. Well, the stock went so far so fast that we are going to have to go on the opposite side. Yeah, so this works for a while. If it continues, it's because we have new people, the trend following people. The trend following people wait until there's a trend. I am a trend follower, so I am one of those. So and in order to know when the trend is going to pick back up, well, we have this indicator here, the same indicator, but when momentum is going to be back, we are going to see a green dot. So the green dot is not there yet. It's not there yet. We are seeing a little bit of green bars, meaning that we are starting to go above the 21-day moving average. So this is kind of a prerequisite before getting a green dot. We need to get above the 21-day moving average, and then we also need to have stochastic over 60, which is 1 hour pet indicator. So we are getting very close to getting those signals. It has not happened yet. Maybe next week we are going to see something happening. At the same time, we have a bearish channel here, another bearish channel, a shorter term one that basically started in May. And this one, we are really testing if we are going to break above it. So, well, let me go on the 1 hour chart. I don't know if we will see it clearly on the 1 hour chart. Okay, I'm going to stay on the daily chart. So, yeah, we have been testing it, trying to get above during the day today, and we failed. So this resistance right here is doing what it's supposed to do. This is a frontier again. So we have sellers right here. We have sellers right here, and their job is to push the stock price down, and they succeeded today. So maybe they are going to succeed all week next week, and the price is never going to go higher. If that happens, we won't get the momentum that maybe we could be getting. So, so this goes to show that we are at a, I don't know if I want to say standstill, but I want to say that we are close, but no cigar, to having further moves in Tesla. So the past 2 weeks have been good. You know, they have been good. Boom, boom, boom. This is fine. Now, what is supposed to happen is that we are supposed to cave in because this is a resistance. So we are supposed to cave in, go back down. If we break that resistance I'm talking about, then this is going to be an indication that no, a new, well, the trend followers are getting in. So this is what we need to see. We need them to come before we can get more money in than we have put right now. We can take profit, of course. We can get out, of course, because there's resistance. So it's not bad to get out when you encounter resistance, or at least take some profit, because it's a frontier. And when you go to a frontier, you don't really know if you are going to cross it. And this is pretty much like this in real life. I'm not exaggerating that much. You know, you go to the border and you say the wrong thing, and you can get kicked out. So this is what's happening with Tesla. So next week we are going to see if more buyers are going to push Tesla stock price higher than where the sellers are. Are they going to be the sellers or not? That's the big question. And nobody knows. Nobody knows in advance. Nobody knows in advance. Nobody. Yeah, Tesla is going to be worth this much in 2030. That's fine. But when we are talking this level of precision, nobody knows. When it happens, we are going to see it happen. Real time. It's going to happen during the day, and boom, we are going to see it. Okay, let's take a look at SpaceX. I'm going to switch to the daily chart. So SpaceX, this was the bullish channel for SpaceX. So SpaceX has been going higher and higher. Boom, we are outside now. So SpaceX is really taking a pause. It's no longer bullish according to this channel. It's no longer going at that rate up. Right now, it's not going down that much. It's just pausing. So we are going sideways. And it's okay that we zigzag. So any zigzag between 136.76 and 149.65 is just zigzag. If it does this, means nothing. If it does this, whoops, it should not cross 136. If it crosses 136, it's going to mean something. But if it zigzags between 136.76 and 149.65, this is just regular zigzag going sideways, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to get back into SpaceX, wait until we break 149.65. If you want to unload your stock, or you are not sure if you should sell and you took that swing here, well, you can sell right now. That's one thing. But definitely, if you are short-term oriented, if we go lower than 136.76, that would be a good opportunity to take your chips out, or some of them. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX, this is the fear factor of the stock market. Cannot complain. VIX is at 14.26. Super low VIX. Away from 20 is great. We are at 14. And last time we were at 14, it was in January of this year, at the beginning of the year. Then the VIX started to go higher and higher. The stock market went lower and lower, and now things are recovering. So the VIX is agreeing with what's happening with Tesla, at least. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So stock indices, Dow Jones is cooling down a bit. We still have momentum on it. So this is just a regular cool down, and it's still on trend. Still on trend. Not too long ago, we were at 51,000. Now we are at 53,000. So the pullbacks can be normal. They can be normal pullbacks, and this is one of them. SPX. Well, SPX, look at this. We could not break 76.33.31 not too long ago. It was basically stuck going sideways. Then, boom, broke 76.31. We discovered it on the day it happened, even intraday. Even intraday, we saw it intraday. And now it has been consolidating a little bit now. Well, 2 days ago, it could not break 77.74 right here. Boom, yesterday it broke it. This is another breakout. This is a breakout here. This is another breakout. We should be continuing. We should be continuing up to what number? Well, we have this nice bullish channel right here. The resistance is here. So depending on how fast we go, we are talking about 2,200 bucks. 23 if we are here. If we do it very fast, 22 even. So this is the target. Enter, target, stop loss. So that's for SPX. What about Nasdaq? Nasdaq broke a resistance not too long ago. Retested it here. Now it's continuing. We have momentum on that one. This one is going to 30,761. And Russell, the small caps, going higher. We have momentum on them. So this is continuing. So, you know, the whole market is moving in the same direction. So this could indicate that Tesla could be doing the same thing. So it would not be out of the ordinary to see Tesla continue to move higher. Let's take a look at gold, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So, okay. So physical gold, we had a breakout above 32.62 right here. This is holding really well. We have momentum on this one, so this one should be continuing. But there's resistance very, very close. So 34.55, we could be reverting. So maybe there's $1 worth of move here. It's not the best, not the best, not the best. And silver is already caving in. So silver, in terms of the patterns, is more advanced. The pattern is further along, and this one is already caving in to the resistance. Momentum is still in it because the cave-in is very recent. So we'll see what happens, but it should be coming down to around 20 bucks. Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, it has had a hard time. It has had a hard time. We don't have our green dot reversal at all. So, you know, this is not trending up yet in terms of momentum. We are still into our bearish channel. So Bitcoin has been bearish since last October. You know, if you buy and hold, I'm sorry for you guys, because you went from 120 to 60,000. That's a big drop. We don't do that. When there is a change in trend and the trend is reverting down, we take our chips out. So we never lose 50% of our value. And so right now we cannot get outside of this bearish channel. So this is the frontier I'm talking about again. You see it went a bit outside for 2 days, caved back in, and we are just right smack into it. So yeah, it's not very it's not very convincing, and the frontier is basically holding. Bitcoin is not breaking outside of it. It cannot break outside of it. So yeah, it's not the time to get in, because it's the frontier. The sellers are rejecting Bitcoin. So nobody has to pay more than 65,000 for a Bitcoin. We have plenty of sellers that are there to sell us some at 64, at 63, at 62. So right now, the sellers are chasing the buyers a little bit. If you want to sell a Bitcoin, you cannot get 65,000 for it. You get 62,972. This is the last price that you got. You cannot get 65. There are no sellers there are no buyers willing to pay 65, because they can get it at 62 from one of your friends. So this is what these lines are all about. It's the supply and demand. It's all supply and demand, and supply and demand is reversing. Here demand grows, and here, oh boy, it's the supply that won. Supply. So the supply is better than the demand. So when is the demand going to change? Nobody knows. Nobody knows when in the future. But when demand is going to outgrow supply, we are going to see it. We are going to see that, no, the buyers need to chase. And they need to chase the sellers above 65,000, then above 66, 67, 68. And here we are going to notice it, and we most likely going to join in with the buyers to chase the sellers, because if we are chasing, it means that we have that there's a lot more of us, a lot more of the buyers, so that the price needs to go higher to satisfy everybody that wants to get into Bitcoin. So this is what we do on this channel every single day. So if you want to become a member to get all the videos, I do 5 videos like this a week. 5, 1 for each day. So, but you need to become a member to see them all. It's a small price to pay. It's the cost of a Starbucks per month. So if that Starbucks price can make you $10 in a month, based on what we see here, that's a great investment. So that's Bitcoin. Here, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, there's no momentum on this one. It went well. Since June, it went well. See, we had the green dot indicator here. Boom, 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 boom. So yes, it went higher, and then boom, the red one. The red one said, okay, cool it down. So if you obeyed this, green, red, you bought at here at the end of the day. So you bought at 1694, and you sold at 1800. See, this it's quite easy. We go a bit more in depth than this, but basically that's the concept. So right now we are not going lower. We are hanging in there, we are hanging. So Ethereum is basically in an equilibrium between the buyers and sellers on each side. So this is where we are. If you want to buy a 1 ETH, you pay 18.77. You might pay up to 19.23. This is where the sellers are. And the sellers are, you see, willing to sell at a lower price. Each day they are willing to sell at a lower price. They have lost confidence a bit. They are willing to sell at a lower price. You see it here. The buyers, well, the buyers are not really willing to buy higher. They can just, they can get all the ETH that they need at 1837.55. So why pay higher? Within 1 day, they might pay a little bit higher, but you know, this is pretty much insignificant. So you see that this line is going this way, the sellers, and this is the buyer's line. So the price is going to have to do something at some point because the two are going to collide. And they can never agree on the exact same price. You know, they always have a little bit of leeway in between them. So this is going to have to get resolved at some point. The market is really at a standstill, and the longer the market is at a standstill, like this, you know, you take this and you do this and you do that. So that's the expected move, either down or up, but this is called the measured move. So the longer you go sideways, the higher you are going to go, or the lower you are going to go. So yeah. So if we go high, we can easily reach 24.29 right here. And how are we going to know which way the price is going? Well, we are going to know when the price is going to fail this, boom, or the price is going to break this. So this is how we are going to know that the frontier has moved, and the frontier will move to some other place, most likely 24.29 if we go up, and on the way down to 1500. So this is where, so we don't need to try to predict or try to be smart and try to predict. Nobody knows. So we are just waiting until the antelope crosses this or the antelope crosses that, and we, the lions, are going to jump on it. Yeah, so that's it. Let me just take a quick look at the economic calendar. We got some great news, and yes, I'm shopping for a standing desk. So we got some great news this week. Let me just okay. So we had, okay, this is the one that we are getting right now. I think this is a little bit stuck, but this week we got this week. So we got the inflation numbers. Inflation numbers were pretty good. 0.2, which was pretty much forecasted. 2.5 core inflation year to year. That was right on the money. Month over month inflation rate a bit higher. 0 was expected. We are at 0.1. Inflation rate year over year 3.4, which was forecasted too. So these are good numbers. These are good numbers in terms of inflation. So this is going to appease maybe people that are afraid that the Fed is going to increase the rates. So this is appeasing. This is appeasing us, and this is appeasing them. PPI, the price producer index, 0. And 0.1 was expected. So this is also a win. Retail sales, a little bit of contraction in retail sales. So 0.3% was expected, and we came in at 0.6%. And the Michigan consumer sentiment, so that's a bit of a surprise. We were expecting 54, and those people are not the Michigan people. Well, I don't know if they only poll the Michigan people, but 51. So we had some increasing sentiment, a positive sentiment. Now it's pulling back a bit. So maybe people are more broke after the summer holidays. So yeah, so there you have it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk on Sunday if you are at the Discord membership, where we do the Tesla Weekly Live, looking at all of the stocks that we have right here. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk soon. I'm going to tell you à la prochaine, si Dieu le veut.